I was not the kind of kid that knew what they wanted to do when they grew up. I was pretty content wreaking havoc and living in the moment. The future rarely crossed my mind. As such, I was also a terrible student. As luck would have it, I eventually grew up, and with that, my attitude about life changed. I worked several jobs that many people might think of as menial. I was a deli clerk, worked in a coffee house, and was a blackjack dealer. I enjoyed every job that I've ever had. When my first child was born, I was fortunate enough to be able to stay home with her, and the kids kept on coming, as they are wont to do. 4 of my own, and a nephew that came to live with me the day he was born. I also loved this. As they all got to be school-aged, I started looking at what I wanted to do. So I gave college a try with no idea of what my goal might be. I fell in love with math and the fact that I got it. More than that was that I loved helping other people get it. Possibly because I was older, other students would ask me for help, and I discovered that I was able to take the complexities of math and explain them simply. I loved seeing it register on their faces, so I started to tutor. And in a way that I can't accurately explain, I knew that this is what I was supposed to do. So at 43 years old, after facing many adversities, I found myself with a math degree from UC Riverside and ready to take the next step. I wish that I had a good story for why I chose APU as the place for that step, but really it was just that they had a reputable program and a regional center 10 minutes from my house. I was originally only seeking a credential, but decided on the Digital Teaching and Learning Master's program because having kids that have grown up as digital natives, I've seen how much technology has impacted their learning and believed that in kind it could also impact my teaching. In Education 511, I learned how to put together an online portfolio using LiveBinder. This not only helped me to organize the work that I've done at APU, but has also given me ideas for how to collect and organize materials for courses that I teach in the future. Education 512 gave me a crash course in computer hardware and working with Apple products, which beyond my phone I had never used, as we are and will remain a PC family, but the useful applications of Apple products in the classroom are undeniable. Education 514 was hands down my favorite class that I've ever taken. I love the idea of instructional videos that change things up in the classroom and in making your own, and all of the elements that you can throw in to make them really current and engaging for students. There were several useful aspects of Education 515 as well. We learned how to put together a class blog, but the part I found most beneficial was the applied technology that we used. Different ways to use technology that the kids are already using, such as Minecraft, in our instruction. In 522, we covered multiple intelligences and how to put together a unit plan with technology components, which kept in mind these different intelligences. Education 526 rounded out that unit plan to incorporate the learning environment and goals and to apply diversified instruction to the individual lessons for GATE, special ed, and ELL students. On top of that, we did an action research project in which we researched a specific topic and developed a plan of action that we took and analyzed the results. Not currently being in a classroom, I chose to research the effects of nutrition on sleep, finding several articles that were where the research showed that poor nutrition and had a negative impact on sleep. I chose to track my sleep over 30 days while eliminating all processed foods from my diet. My research wound up being fairly inconclusive due to non-dietary issues that increased stress levels during this time, but also showed that sleep habits were significantly better during this 30-day stretch, excluding the 2 peak times where stress levels might have altered the results. Regardless, even during the times of stress, my energy levels and attitude were consistently better, and I will likely continue a slightly less restrictive version of this experiment on a continual basis. Ultimately, I do believe that what I've learned in this program and my time at APU will make me a better teacher, and I hope that is something that I never stop striving to be.